welcome to Digimon.
2003?
2000.
Yeah.
This,
I should note that this is the PAL version of the game, and I will explain why it's the PAL version of the game in a second. But first,
what happened to the last 2,000 Digimons? This isn't Digimon World 3.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's so many Digimons.
They downgraded from the PS4.
All right. So, brief summary. So this game, the Digimon World series does like different things depending on which entry it is. It's like Final Fantasy where it's not like a linear series that goes one to the next. It's each one's its own isolated adventure.
Digimon World 2 sucks.
Digimon World 2 is Digimon World 3 it takes place in a game within a game. So you're playing a game and the characters are going into a digital game.
And it is the Mega Man Battle Network of the Digimons.
I mean, if you look at the style, it almost looks like Mega Man Battle Network right away.
I mean,
right?
Fucking Gundam would do this years later, except with plastic models.
But the gist of it is, Digimon World 3 had a PAL release, and it was renamed to Digimon World 2003 because, if I recall, one of the other two Digimon World games, I think actually Digimon World 2, didn't make it over.
They
renamed Digimon World
Europe
3.
didn't get 2?
I don't think so. I just know that they renamed Digimon World 3 2003, and I think it's because they didn't get one of the other ones. But regardless, the reason why I'm playing this version is because the US kind of got fucked. And
what's with his hands?
The end of the game is cut off, basically. So the PAL version, I don't know if the Japanese version does this too,
What's with their hands?
but the PAL version has an extra part to the story that happens after the final boss. Because the final boss is like, there's this big antagonist, I'm not going to go into spoilers or whatever. And then you have to do some extra stuff. This is already implied in the US version, but you don't get to do that extra stuff in the US version. But I wanted to, and I've always wanted to, and I was like, I'll just play the European version then. I skipped the opening cutscene because I'm on an emulator, and the emulator does weird stuff. It has like this weird bordery, like nonsense jargon shit that pops up, and I didn't really feel like hurting people's eyes with that.
I like it when my eyes hurt.
You know, this isn't even technically a true sequel to the original Digimon World. This is completely different.
But yeah, no, Digimon World 3 is like really... Digimon World 3 is really different. And the reason why I like it is probably because it's different. It reminds me more of like... It actually reminds me a lot of Pokemon, not just because Digimon and Pokemon are compared so much, but it's like in some of the Digimon games, there's like a closer relationship between like, you know, the Digimon that you use and stuff like that, where like this one's like you're basically literally a Digimon tamer as if you were a Pokemon trainer and it was just a different setting. Where a lot of the time, like the Digimon's like your actual like partner, so to speak. They call them your partners here too, but it's like you could like literally swap this out with Pokemon and I wouldn't even notice.
It's funny.
I know you can... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I mean, it's not exactly the same, but this game does do technically some shenanigans that you could do mid-battle that wouldn't be in Pokemon until like fucking Gen 6. Because like how Mega Evolution was a thing that you could do mid-battle, you can actually do DNA Digivolution in this game.
Yeah, and we'll get more into that in a bit. Fun fact though, and well, not really fun, but Ivy's a really annoying bitch, and it's going to be made apparent more and more as the game goes on.
Oh wow, that is pretty fun to know.
Yep.
I mean,
like,
at least we know ahead of time.
But she's kind of an endearing kind of bitch. She's kind of like Season 1 Misty.
Ah, yes. The early Gaming Stooges Jack, if you will.
Wow.
Wow.
That's rude.
So,
but I mean,
Here,
yeah.
so here you get to name your character, and then you
Cut
get to
Lord.
pick your quote-unquote starter pack. I just
Yeah,
named
you
the
get like
character
I
Cloud.
think you get 3 packs of random Digimon.
It's not random. There's 3 packs. They're pre-designed with. There's Balance Pack, which has Kodamon, Renamon, Patamon. You have 2 attackers, one of them physical with a little bit of tankiness, one of them a glass cannon, and then Patamon, who's a little durable, not very strong offensively. Powerful pack, you have Monmon, Agumon, Renamon. They're all mostly offensive. There's not really any defensive merit to any of them whatsoever.
Monmon is the
But
dumbest.
some of them can take hits. And then Maniac Pack, which got Guilmon and Kumamon have like no defensive merit whatsoever. Patamon is the exact opposite. He's in the other pack. There's 8 starter Digimon. You might have noticed there's only 7 represented in these 3. The other one is unlockable in a quest and not in any of the packs. You do eventually get the chance to get all 8 of the starter Digimon, and they have a ton of different like branching evolutions that they can do, and that's how you'll be able to get a lot of different Digivolutions and stuff like that. You're not going to be able to get a lot of rookie Digimon because of this. You just get the 8, but there's a lot of champion and mega and ultimate level Digimon that you'll be able to get
this
that are branched off.
this series in the future would do some real fuckery with how you acquire Digimon, because like I know, at least in DS, there was an online function that would allow you to get like Digi eggs. But because that service is gone now, there's like no way to get.
Oh, you can't do it.
There's no way, because you know that I forgot which. I think it's just DS. I don't know if there was like any kind of subtitle to it, but in that one, you can't get Pyldramon because I think it's either Vmon or Wormmon you can't get, and you kind of need them both for Pyldramon.
Which, spoiler alert, Vmon is the 8th starter Digimon in this.
Oh no!
I figured,
This LP's ruined.
because you can make Pyldramon in this game too.
Yeah,
I think you can actually make Imperial Dramon.
you can. It's actually, I believe, because you can get like a lot of Vmon's different evolutions. I think Imperial Dramon is his basic mega that he
What
gets.
the-
See, this is the weird shit I was talking about.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to live in that.
yeah.
Do you want to live in that
Yeah,
glitchy
you know
matrix?
what? Because this
Yes.
is Digimon, this almost seems fitting.
Yeah, it actually is kind of weird. It didn't do that to me at any point in Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, so when it was doing it to me in this one, I was like, this is trippy.
I don't know if you're using a different emulator than I did, because I put this game on a similar PS1 emulator, and I never got that.
Were you using EPSXE?
What'd you say?
Were you using EPSXE?
Gazoon height.
What? Hang on. Let me just take a quick sec.
Ken's?
Let me just take a quick second to check my emulator just to be certain that I don't look like an idiot.
I did actually own this on the PS1 before, and I spent 150 hours on this game. And again, that's the US version that didn't have the extended endgame content. This game is very grindy. It shouldn't take 150 hours, but it can take a very long time to finish. I would say like it's probably like 60 hours, 50 hours.
This city in Digimon World 4 gets renamed to Yumi City.
Gross.
Oh,
No, that's a joke because Yumi takes over everything.
it was.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm surprised I didn't cut this part.
Mine's like the PSX FM or something like that. So
Oh, you know what? I was getting my bearings for the controls because I forgot.
yeah, I think the buttons are a bit
Control
weird in
everything.
this game.
Yeah. It also doesn't help the fact that like everything's at like an angled isometric view, so like you're gonna be holding like a diagonal direction most of the time, and it's so weird.
Ah,
But you get used to it.
Sonic 3D Blast.
Yes, actually, it's like exactly like Sonic 3D Blast.
So this game's terrible, is what you're saying. Thanks.
No,
There's no flickies.
this game is considered bad, but I actually really enjoy this game.
Really?
It's just
I
really
thought
grindy
people.
and
I
there's
thought
a lot of
people
back and
said
forth.
that Digimon World 2 was hot garbage.
Well, I've heard very terrible things about Digimon World 2, and I've heard terrible things about Digimon World 3 as well. There's a fondness that a lot of people have for Digimon World 3, but that doesn't mean that it's considered a good game. It's just fun. It's a fun game.
The one I had the most experience in is the one that's actually the most drastically different, and that's the original Digimon World, which was more like it was more like a sim game than an actual RPG.
Yeah. This is the area where the end game for this version actually takes place, but there's so much that has to be done before I can even do that.
What? We can't just start the game and then jump straight to endgame?
I mean,
Do you want us to
gotta
watch
go get,
Infinity War first?
we gotta go get our Digimon.
Oh, what was this?
Okay.
There's gonna be a lot of moments where, in order for the story to progress, you have to talk to the same NPC like multiple times. But the game doesn't necessarily tell you this, so you have to like. Sometimes it's hinted and you're just like, okay, I'll just talk to them again. But there's instances where like you wouldn't know that talking to the same NPC will give you different results, and you literally just have to kind of wing it and figure it out on your own. There's a lot of instances where this game is just like you have to figure it out.
This game was put on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Got it.
I think from what is it? DS onwards, they start calling the series Digimon World Story because it's more RPG than what the actual original Digimon World was.
I like the story to this game, to be honest. Like, it starts off as basically Pokemon because you have to fight these leaders in different sections, and you have to collect their little prize medals, badges, whatever, and then you get to participate in a tournament. So it's almost like the Pokemon anime sort of thing, because the way that the end of the game, it's not like an Elite Four, it's like an actual tournament format. But the game is hijacked by this evil organization that's trying to they basically, I don't really remember like all the details behind it, because like the last time I played that far into the game was like 15 years ago almost.
I think what is it? I think Cyber Sleuth.
It's the Tournament of Power.
Oh,
Got it.
I think Cyber Sleuth was the first to kind of change just the whole setting of how these Digimon work, because they're not really like any part of like any kind of competition or anything. Cyber Sleuth are just straight up called viruses.
Are you going to fucking teach me how to fucking throw balls?
Oh yes, oh man. Whoa.
Ah!
Oh, Jesus.
He's just gonna. Oh yeah, I do want to mention that another weird
hi,
graphical
Kawagama.
error that happens with this game on this is the entering the fight sequence like animation. It's bugged.
By the way,
It does
this game
weird
is
shit.
weird. It doesn't actually calculate the damage till like several seconds after you've been hit.
Yeah, no. So I show off just the basic stuff here. You have your physical attack that all Digimon have. They have a tech move. The orange, it says that move in orange. There's a signature move that most Digimon have anyway, at least. That'll be highlighted in orange. That's like their signature tech move, and it actually has like its own unique animation. And then there's a bunch of like generic tech moves that a lot of Digimon can learn. A lot of them are like just physical moves that have like some sort of like kooky background that pops up, or like there's just an energy orb that like gets fired out with the same kind of kooky backgrounds, and it's just there's like they're basically elemental attacks and stuff like that. It's not too in depth, but it's like if you could think of like early generation Pokemon games essentially, where like you had like Ember, Flamethrower, Fire Blast. It's literally just the same move, except one stronger than the last. It's like that.
It is Fire 1, Fire 2, Fire 3. Got it.
Essentially.
What was I gonna say? It's funny how many years though it took, because they wouldn't actually make a true sequel to the original Digimon World until Digimon World Next Order, all the way on the fucking PS4. Because that one actually is a direct sequel, because it even has the same, not the same protagonist, but it has the original protagonist from the first game actually reappear.
It actually like takes place in the same universe.
Yeah, although I'm not 100% of a fan of some of the rehashed like ideas, because like
That's the map.
yeah, I think
All of that dark blue is actually a area that we'll be able to explore over the course of the game.
yeah, I figured. But because it's cool, because the first fight you get into in Next Order is actually War Greymon and Metal Garurumon versus Machine Dramon, which, by the way, they can't say his fucking name right, which pisses me off. Because that's actually I don't think it's the final fight, but it's the like penultimate like boss fight with Machine Dramon that happened in the original game. Minus the fact that there were no Mega Digimon in that game. I forget, is Machine Dramon an Ultimate or a Mega?
You know, that's actually a good question.
Can't remember.
I can't remember off the top of my head what Machine Dramon is. I don't even remember if Machine Dramon is one of the available Digimon to like. I think he's in this game, but I don't remember if you can actually use him or if he's just an enemy Digimon. Because there's a lot of Digimon that you can fight in this game that you can't actually use.
Oh, I want to say he's a Mega, because he was also with like, at least in the anime, he was also with like what was it, Metal Seedramon and shit. I think they were all Megas.
This lady gives you some useful information. If you have different starter Digimon and you train up certain stats the way that they're hinting that you should, you can get some good results that way. Like they'll also learn different evolutions. Yeah. Like again, there's not like a million different things that you can get for different evolutions, but there's a decent selection. Like there's they're gonna have their base, their first Digivolution, their champion that they get at level 5, but then from there they get their own extra evolutions if you train the evolutions themselves, because the evolutions themselves have their own levels. They level up faster because they're mostly just leveling up like the difference in like the Digivolution's stats and the base Digimon. You're gonna see more results from the actual base Digimon leveling up, but you do get some results by training and leveling up the specific evolutions, and those will further unlock other stuff as well.
Yeah, I would be.
The approach that I'm going to be taking is I'm going to try to focus more on the base Digimon's evolutions, because I just like how they evolve design-wise.
Yeah.
But I will be getting a lot of side stuff, because I do like some of the Digivolutions that some of them get. So even if I don't use them, you're going to see me unlocking a lot of Digivolutions over the
There is a side. I think one of the side quests is actually unlocking Pyldramon. Because he's somebody you can actually encounter. I think you have to fight him.
By the way, Machine Dramon is a Mega.
Okay, he is a Mega. Okay, so... Okay. Wow, that's a horrible disadvantage, because in the original Digimon World, it only goes up to Ultimate. So he's the only Mega in the whole game.
Well, I mean, at least that's what a quick glance at the Digimon wiki tells me. Well, I'm not sure if he was an Ultimate.
Oh, if it's the Digimon wiki has given me a decent amount of accurate information, at least.
Yeah, I believe it.
I'll go with it.
Wizardmon's over there doing his thing.
So yeah, that is the shop. Unlike Pokemon, Digimon can hold literally a whole, like, it's like any RPG character has, like, they can have equipment on a bunch of different pieces, like so they have like they can have a left arm item, a right arm item. You can have them dual wield. You can have them have a weapon and a shield if you want. And then there's their basic armor. They have a head, body, legs, stuff like that. They also get an accessory. These all do a ton of different things.
RuneScape. Got it.
Yes, I mean, to be fair, this is an online game that you are entering, so I mean, it could pass as RuneScape, I guess.
When are we LPing that?
Oh,
when's that LP?
When is that LP, Cloud?
Why would you have?
If I would have recorded it, the entire LP would be Cloud dying to a level 1 shade.
Oh yeah, the money in this game is called Bit, by the way. And Guardramons will save your game, so these red metal-looking motherfuckers, you absolutely want to see these guys anywhere you go, because I'm going to give you a bit of bad news. Despite this being a game from 2003...
Was it not saving properly?
The only time you can save... Well, yeah, dude. The only time you can save is if you find a Guardramon. And they are not very frequent. They are in towns... And they are in a few little, like, inns that are interspersed around the overworld.
Jack?
Yep.
That's it.
What do you mean? What do you mean, what's an inn? An inn's an inn.
Are you saying that you're going to be save state?
No, I actually do not save state, at least up so far in this
game.
Also, the saving...
Wow, this takes forever.
The saving takes for fucking ever.
I think that...
it takes
I think this is the longest PS1 save.
I just wanted you guys to see how bad this is. But we will see you in the next part.
God.